Hello, family and friends on Instagram and Facebook. Um, Today, I'm going to make it a little brief because I am struggling. Yes, I do struggle. This morning when I was doing my little gee, my focus is off. When I was doing just little exercises, I was doing my sit-ups. A migraine kicked in, and it has not relinquished all day. Um, so my head is under a nuclear attack right now. Thank you for being here. Something that popped up yesterday, and I figured I'd use it as today's topic: currency. Currency. Uh, Currency is used for energy. It is also used for money. And my cousin, who was passed a few years ago, we grew up together. We were very close. He said, "Man, with what you do and the way you do it, you should be wealthier than wealthy." And he's talking about financially wealthy. I'm not financially wealthy, haven't been. And I've also had a really big struggle with money my entire life. Yeah, we need money to buy things, and that's all I see is money goes in. Use it. I buy things. I'm not worried about saving it. Not worried about it because it's just there. And he said because you have so much energy that flows through you. And he says you have to figure out how to change that which flows through you to that other thing, that paper currency. And I went, whoa! I had never considered the concept, the fact that we're the whole idea of wealth is accumulation, is the stagnation, is about building a dam and letting the whatever finances you have flow in, collect behind that dam, which is whatever the bank account you're asked, whatever you want to call it. And for me, it's supposed to flow in and flow out. It comes, I make money, I buy my things, I do the thing. It just flows, just like the energy that flows through me. And my cousin's analogy also was that it's constantly raining. The actual money is constantly flowing, and we have to figure out how to change our net, our way of capturing that which flows through us. And I'm going to go on a bunch of different levels. I'm going to go on a bunch of different dimensions because we are multidimensional and we can work on a bunch of different dimensions. So if that money is flowing always and you're not accumulating it, then for whatever you need or however you see it, imagine that your net is too wide. So everything is falling through the holes of your net. You have to figure out either how to change your net, get a pot, get a bucket, get a whatever else, because it's there for you. I also like to switch this over to the religious sense, in that uh, the idea or the concept that you are entitled to gifts from God. You are entitled to those things. No one else can take them. No one else can deprive you of your gifts. Only you can. You can choose not to accept them, not to receive them. So when you look at that person who's driving their Lincoln Continental or their Tesla or their Hummer or whatever, there's no reason to be jealous or envious of them because they haven't gotten your gift. They've gotten the gift that was due to them or that was entitled to them. And if you've prayed on it and you believe that you're entitled to that thing, then you have to go get your gift. You have to receive it. You have to be open to receiving it, which doesn't mean you just have to go, oh, I want it, and then go grab it. It will manifest in a way because you have converted your energetic currency into the paper currency. Many of us, I grew up, and a lot of us have grown up with the concept and the idea that we have to work harder to make more. Well, if that were the case, I would be a multi-bazillionaire. I have worked my butt off and I have not amassed the cash. And I say to people quite often, I say, don't worry, I've already done the work. So when the money shows up, I'm ready for it because I've done the work. I haven't got the payday from that work, but a lot of the work that I do, I'm also not putting a dollar sign on it. And you say, why not? Some of it I put a dollar sign on, but a lot of it I don't. Because because of that whole idea of I gotta work for whatever. When you do your work, how many of you can raise your hands internally, whatever, put a wave or a high five or something. I'm not seeing comments on Facebook. I do see that there's somebody who's at folks on Instagram, but how many of you are worth $15 an hour? How many of you are worth $20 an hour? How many of you are worth $50 an hour? How many of you are worth $100 an hour or $1,000 an hour? Well, whatever, I don't know what number you just said. I can't hear it. I'll tell you, you're worth more than that. When you go to that job and you're paid per hour, you're not paid your worth. You're paid what the offer is, what is the employer is willing to pay you. No one can pay you your worth. No one can afford it. I talked about this yesterday about your perfection and about being enough. You are not working for your worth. Your worth is so great that you're deciding what is feasible for you to accept in exchange for the work that you do. So your payment is partially for the work that you do and partially for the peace of mind of whoever's putting out the money is thinking that they're going to get a good exchange out of this. They know that. So if you're hired, guess what? Your employer already knows they've got the better part of the deal. Okay, you're actually ahead in the bargain because you are worth more than what is willing to pay. So now, how do you get that financial wealth? And guess what? This is the easiest plan. Just figuring out how to make it work is the crazy thing. Change your net. So if it's not coming the way you want it, then something you're doing is not working in the proper way. Sometimes it's changing the mindset, and sometimes it's changing the value set, and sometimes it's actually just being in the space and able to collect it as it comes. And it will come in many different forms. Being able to listen to the voice that's telling you, pick up the pot, do that thing over here, be present, show up. Do that thing at 4:30 every day on Instagram and Facebook. Now, I'm not doing it for the cash because otherwise I'd be telling you how to pay me. I'm doing it because I know the payment is coming because I'm doing the work. I'm doing the work that I heard. You are the most skilled, not masterfully skilled just yet until you see the change, currency converter there ever was. Because you have taken your energy from the universe and are putting it into what you do every day. So you've converted that universal energy into your human force energy. And what you're working on is taking that universal energy and transferring it into either a financial energy or another energy. Maybe it's a nutritional energy. But your job is to convert that currency. The gift is you're given more than enough. Now, how do you make that conversion? That's going to be up to each of us because all of the currency converters aren't the same. None of us are the same. And I know it's a wild concept, and I'm still working on it. And that's why I'm putting it out there because when I speak it out, I finally get to hear it because I'm converting, I'm translating. No, I'm not translating. I am, what is that called? Interpreting from the universal languages flowing through me. A lot of times I have to play back this video to understand what I just said. And you go, what? How can you not understand what you said? I open up and the floodgates come and the words come. We are skilled We are divinely skilled converters of energy. Just like we are solar cells. We do get, you go out there, you get your vitamin D from the sun. What? You're converting that energy into a nutritional energy. With our food, we are converting the energy that comes in from our food to an energy that our body needs to nourish us. We are, with our spiritual energy, we're converting that into our purpose and into our mission and into our passion in life. And some of us convert that through song, some of it through words, some of us through accounting, some of us through uh, telephone support, human resources, some of us through management, some of us, and all of us in different ways. We're converting the energy that comes into us into something, and we're also converting that into something else. And when we identify that, your power becomes known to you. The crazy thing is, your power is known to everybody else. What makes me say that? So the person who tries to knock you down, the only reason they're knocking you down is because they see your power. The person who tries to lift you up, they see your power. They're lifting you up, not because you're below them, beneath them, or anything, because they see the power in you that resonates with the power in them. They see the you in them, the you in them that, oh my goodness, I'm all confused. They see in you themselves, and that reflects back to them. And you're converting that as well, and they're seeing that. Just like when you see somebody who you identify with, and you don't even know why. You're like, I gotta go meet this person, I gotta see this person, I gotta talk to that person some more. That's that that's no need for conversion there. That's when it's like, symbiotic. Sometimes we have to form partnerships in order to create the perfect currency converter. There are some of us who need to be in tandem. Some of us need to be in group. You'll see from families who come together and they work together, and that is what is powerful. You are the currency converter. So now, for those of you who are struggling, I know all of us are struggling, not struggling. Let's not call it a struggle. We're not struggling. We're going through something different. We're learning. We're growing. For those of us who haven't received the finances that we think we deserve, those of us who haven't received all the gifts we know we're entitled to, we need to convert our vision, our mind, our focus, because it's there. The gifts are all there. Converting that energy, that spiritual energy, into an energy that is on this dimension. That spiritual thing is on a different dimension. And now we always think this is the world. This is reality. This reality, we know about it 3D. When we step into that space where we start to channel things, we're going to step into fourth dimension and fifth dimension. And I know I'm stepping way deep into it by saying that. But going into that 5D realm, man, and yes, thank you, Melissa. I've talked about the transformational time. This is a transformational time. This is where you grow, your wings get strong, and you learn how to fly, butterfly. This is where you convert that energy into your beautiful, magical, miracle energy, and you will see the difference. Some of you may see big financial changes. Some of you may see asset changes. Some of you may come into things that you never even thought. And I don't mean just inheritance because somebody died. You're going to come into things, somebody will say, you know what, you need this gift. And you're like, what? Things will be coming to you because you're vibrating in a different way, and because you're changing that currency into a form that's nutritious not only for you, but nourishing for the world around you. You will feed the world without putting anything on their plate. You'll feed the world by putting energy in their lives. You'll feed yourself by converting your energy into an energy that is so powerful that your purpose and your mission guiding you along the way will create a parade of people who are also empowered in their purpose and in their passion. So my migraine is gone right now. This, you just converted it. And I stepped into this space in pain, thinking that I would not get this far. Thank you for being here. I am going to pull, once again, I did not pre-choose a poem for today. I was making sure I got my reading glasses. Oh boy, okay. First page I turn to. Shine. And I have no idea what's going to come up here. From, hey Fredo, thank you for being here. Okay. Shine, from Sacred and Sacrosanct. Oh baby, I see the light from birth it has been, but I could not see the magnificent, amazing inside of me. I needed to grow. I needed to live. I needed to love. I needed to be. Now I can see it. Now it is clear. My heart is open. I am ready to hear. It is me. I am the one I have been waiting for. I release me. I open all windows and the door. I I conjure magic with power universal. I power a power so strong now that I've washed my soul. I have bathed in the divine and I accept it is time. It is time. Yes, my time to shine. You, powerful being of divine energy, it's your time. It's your time to convert that energy into a nourishing energy, not just for you, but for the world, into a nurturing energy so that you can in your presence be a vision, a beacon, a sign, and hope for all in transformation right now. For all who are maybe lost, maybe some fearful, it is time to shine. This is where you get to shine. If you are a singer, put your words, put your songs out there. If you are an orator, speak it out. If you're a writer, write. If you're a painter, paint. If you're a welder, weld. Weld with the passion of the universe behind you. This is a time, if you're struggling where you were, go dig deeper. There are so many courses online right now that you can take that you can enhance what you've got. Because who you are is divinely perfect. But you can enhance that in this space. Right now is a great time. If any of you tell me you're bored, say you're bored, oh no. This is not a time to be bored. This is a time to be motivated. Now, this is also a time, if you were tired before, this is a time to rest. This is a time to rest and build up your strength. Build up your body. And I don't mean just get muscular. I mean build it back up to its full health because you are perfect and you have every right to be the perfect you and a healthy you. This is that time. So just because you're doing more doesn't mean you're accomplishing more. Just because you're doing more doesn't mean you're more of a person. Sometimes doing less puts you fully in the center of who you need to be and what you need to be right now. There are times when you need to do more. You know what? For those of you who are out there, here's the test. Can you love more? Can you love better? Can you love more and can you love better? That's a beautiful currency converter. Love doesn't mean always a physical love. It's not always just hugging on people because right now we can't hug on everybody. But how do you love somebody from afar? I'm loving you right now, each and every one of you. Mr. Iverson, thank you for being here. This is my expression of love, to share what I have, and hopefully some of you will be educated with some of the information. Some of you will be inspired from the words. Some of you this will help you to innovate. And hopefully it'll be slightly entertaining. All right. I've been on for a while. I'm feeling great. Thank you all for helping me convert this into a healthier space. Thank you all for helping me through this day. We got here. I am grateful that you made it this far in this day. I am grateful that you made it this far in your life. And I'm grateful that you are in my life. On a rainy day from Brattleboro, Vermont, stay home, stay safe, be well, and stay sane. And remember, you are enough. Thank you for being here today. Have a great day and move forward with passion and purpose.